speaker's name was already mentioned by two speakers, and it really shows how popular he is. So, dear ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Schweber.
I don't care about happiness. You know who's happy? Guinea pigs are happy. Goldfish. I suspect that Drosophila fruit flies with a 9-day life cycle are ecstatically happy all the time, and I don't care. Whatever it's worth, happiness has got to be worth something for a reason. So that's what I want to talk about. My talk is called See More Colors. I wasn't actually asked to talk about what is happiness. I was asked what makes me happy. What makes me happy is seeing more colors. Let me explain what I mean. The astronomer Carl Sagan once said, you know why we don't know as much about the stars as we should? Because it's not what we evolved to do. If we had evolved to be astronomers, we'd see X-rays. We could see X-rays. 90% of what's out there we can't see. 90% of the universe is invisible because we can't see X-rays. If we could see X-rays, we could see amazing things. And it turned out he was right, because in 1999 we launched the Chandra X-ray telescope, and the pictures are unbelievable. But you can't see them, not with our eyes, because we don't see X-rays. But imagine if you could. Imagine if you went off to school, you went to college, and learned to see X-rays. And you came home. It would be very strange. Your friends would not understand why you were staring at a blank bit of sky going, wow. Because there's nothing there that they can see. And they wouldn't understand when someone said, that's a dark, boring suit. You said, no, it isn't. This is full of vivid swirls of color. I chose this suit because of its blazing patterns. Can't you see them? What a shame. For you, not for me, right? Your minds are like receptors. You see the world in the bandwidth of visible light. And you can expand that bandwidth and learn to see new colors. Every time you learn to see a new color, you see a whole range of things that were just invisible before. Now there's a price you pay for that. Because you go home after you've learned to see X-rays and your friend says, look at this thing, whoa, that's horrible, I can barely stand and look at it. He says, what, it's blue. No, it's full of horrible, bright, blazing, eye-hurting colors, right? Or think about music. If you listen to the jazz music of Thelonious Monk, my proudest professional accomplishment is that for about 4 months I earned my living playing piano in a bar with really low musical standards. Still, I was able to play for money in a bar. I'm really proud of that fact, because I'm not that good. When you listen to the jazz music of Thelonious Monk, it sounds like noise. It takes practice. You gotta unsquare your ears, as the people used to say. What you have to learn to do is listen to the spaces in between the notes. That's an interesting trick. Learning to listen to the spaces. If you look at the art of Malevich or Mark Rothko or Picasso, it takes practice, right? But once you get it, the stuff you used to like is boring. And you go back home to where you came from, people say, here's a pretty picture of a daisy. You go, God, that's boring. You say, what do you like? And you pull out a Rothko. And they go, what on earth is that? And you try to explain it to them. Think about food. When you're a child, you like things that are sweet, or maybe salty, right? And you grow up and you develop tastes for new things, and you're constantly learning to appreciate new things, and you're tasting different things. And the day comes and you hold up a glass of fine wine and go, this is delicious, and you give it to your kid to taste and goes, ew, and you realize how far you've come. Wouldn't it be horrible if you still ate chocolate and macaroni and cheese and that's all you liked? It's that becoming. And the becoming, the changing, the growing is what happens when you see new colors. You're learning to see X-rays. That's why parents hate it when their children get educated. They do. Parents all over the world hate schools. They'll say, I want my kid to go to school, but as soon as the kid comes back, changed, they hate it. Because they can't talk to them. Because it's not just sight and sound and taste, it's meaning, reference. When you start to see X-rays, you start to realize that things refer to other things. You see something in a movie or a TV show, you hear someone say something, or you hear an idea, and you go, I know what that's from. They may not know what it's from, but you do. You're hearing what they're saying in areas of the spectrum they don't even know about. They hate that. And narratives. Objects become narratives. You look at a flag or a spoon or a spork, and you know that the spork is also historically known as a runcible spoon, and a runcible spoon is in the poem about the Owl and the Pussycat. The poem, The Owl and the Pussycat, is from 19th century English literature for children, which grew out of a moment of English education built on Victorian understandings of Protestantism, which drew its roots from Luther's insistence we should all understand the world for ourselves and learn to read. Now that's a spoon. And the world is full of stories and narratives because you can see x-rays, right? That's what makes me happy. Happy, I don't care about happiness, I care about exciting, interesting, dazzling, surprising, startling, enlivening, growing, expanding, explosive, stunning, confusing, puzzling. Those are cool things. And if those things make you happy, then you're not a goldfish. Congratulations. That's happiness worth being happy about. So I was asked what makes me happy, and the answer is learning to see new colors. I keep trying. I'm listening to different music now than I listened to 10 years ago. I'm trying different foods. They don't all work. I'm sorry, coolness just does not. I tried. I really did. I try to look at different art. Never stop. Never stop learning to see new colors. And eventually, you'll see x-rays. How cool would that be? And that would make you happy. Thanks very much.